have a story time for you. So grab a snack, get your coffee, grab your water. We might be here for just a second, but I'm going to tell you about the best lesson that I ever learned in business, especially as a woman. So story time. About 18 months or so ago, my husband and I decided that we were going to start a business. We felt really called to do it, both of us for really different reasons. And between him and I, we have a lot of collective knowledge in corporate, between corporate and government and just different things that we've done in our careers. We're like, oh, we have so many things that we could do. Such a gift. It's also a huge curse. And if you know my husband and me, you know that we are very different humans. We're just really different. It's like opposites attract. We are the epitome of that story. So we set out to start our business. And the initial thought was that we could run a virtual assistant business. So we set out to do that. And very quickly, I realized that I didn't want to do that because we have a whole gaggle of kids. We're busy. We have busy lives. And I didn't want to keep trading our time for money. And so for us, I knew that that wasn't going to be profitable. So that's where we started. And then we pivoted. And we thought, oh, you know what? That wasn't it. You know what's it? We have the ability to help veterans. We have the ability to help people of color. We have the ability to help women expand their careers, make more money, do what they want to do. So that was what we did. We invested some time. We invested a bunch of money. We kept going down that track. And slowly but surely, I realized that we were always going to run into a really big problem, which is to say that because we are so opposites and because it's such a gift, it is also a curse. Trying to bring together my branding and his branding and somehow make a cohesive brand out of that, well, we have a very cohesive marriage. It didn't lend itself to a very cohesive brand. So we kind of petered down that path. We tried to force it. We are both generators. I'm a manifesting generator. My husband is a generator. We have a lot of life force, a lot of like go get that ish done energy. And so we were going to get it done one way or another. We were going to be successful. Neither one of us, he doesn't lose and I don't lose either. We're both super competitive. But there came a point where I'm like, it shouldn't be this hard. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do this way. And I started to second guess what we were doing. And so long story short, we kind of came to this point where we were like, this isn't it. It was very clearly not it. It was just taking time. It wasn't really providing any money. And we were exchanging our time, not exchanging our time for money, just exchanging our time for nothing, which is seemingly worse, especially when we have kids and other responsibilities. So we made the decision. My husband kind of decided, you know what, I'm out. I have other things to do. And I was like, I feel really called. I feel called to have a business. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what, I don't know, but I feel it. And so we just kind of kept plucking along. Well, I kept plucking along. And I made a pivot to help women specifically because as a woman in business, surely I know what to do. But as I got deeper and deeper, it occurred to me, I don't care about women in business. And I can't even say that that's a true statement. It's not that I don't care about women in business. It's just that I feel like women in business have bigger problems than just business. And the problems that show up in their business show up in other places. They show up with their kids. They show up in their house. They show up with their marriage. They show up with their friends. They show up all over the place. And what it felt like was a very deep sense of misalignment. For me, I'm a bonus mom and I'm also a mom. And when I became a mom to my son for the very first time and experiencing postpartum and experiencing this like rebirth of myself, really because I was a totally new human, it rocked me a little bit. It took me a little while to find myself. To be honest, some days I feel like I still am. I'm still discovering like corners of me that I didn't know that existed before. And man, it's crazy. You put starting a business on top of that and everything is compounded. There is no balance. What is the balance today? What gets more energy today? So sometime about 6 to 8 months ago, human design fell in my lap and everything started to make sense. Everything started to click. why my husband and I relate to each other the way we do, why we have so much magnetic energy together. It all shows up in our human design. And so I started using human design to parent my kids. I started using human design in my job, with my husband, in his job. We started using it in all of these different areas in our life. Now, meanwhile, the business is still running in the background. Okay, still kind of petering along, trying to figure out what's going on. And to be honest, it felt a little bit like an awkward duck, right? Like that kid in middle school that's always wearing the moon boots. That's what the business felt like. It's a terrible analogy, but it's the truth. Until I started applying my human design to my business. And when I did that is when my business finally started bringing in money. Because this whole time it was misaligned. And that's why I was so frustrated. I'm a manifesting generator. When I'm operating out of alignment, my cue is frustration. It's frustration and then it's anger. And I experienced waves of that throughout that whole first 12 months of the business. But I was so determined I was going to push. That's not what I'm designed to do. But in my human design, I'm also a 3-5 profile. And my 3 line is the trial and error of the bunch, and I'm going to keep trial and erroring my way until I figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I've been that way since I was a kid. It's in my human design. I'm going to figure it out. Here's the thing. Here's what I realized. If I had known then what I know about my human design, I never would have taken the approach that I did. I wouldn't have taken any of the approaches that I did. Because it is only now that I am shifting things to align to my human design that things are like click, 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 click. Only now that I'm attracting my dream clients, women that I never, ever, 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 ever thought that I would have an opportunity to work with, them or people like them. So the biggest lesson that I learned in business is actually that my human design needs a spot at the table. And so it is because of that I am opening up a few spots for one-on-one mentorship to show you how you can align your human design to your business. I feel so much peace. It is my solemn desire that you don't have to spend 18 months frustrated trying to figure it out. So if you are starting a business, if you already have a business and you're trying to figure out why isn't it working, why isn't it clicking, I want to have it all. If that's where you're at, then it is no coincidence that you're here. Maybe you're here for a good story. Maybe you're here because you're ready to align your business to your design. If that's you, I would love to talk to you. I have a link I'm going to post in the comments below because you can have it all so long as you apply your human design to your business. The link below will allow you to schedule a 30-minute discovery call. And if it's a good fit, then let's get you into that one-on-one container so that your business can not only be profitable, but you get that deep alignment that you're seeking. Oh, I would be honored. Man, women in business, we have it so hard. Trying to balance being a mom, being a wife, being a woman, being yourself, being a business owner, being a leader, being the coach. Pick. It's a grab bag of all of the hats that you wear. I know because I wear so many hats, and it just even depends on which day, which hats that I'm wearing at any given moment. This is my biggest lesson, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. Talk soon.